Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Nishit Kumar and with me is Prashant Kumar Sinha with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi talks to Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan following heavy rain and landslide in the state, says authorities working on ground to assist affected people. Death toll in rain-related incidents in Kerala reaches 23. IMD issues red alert for heavy rain in Uttarakhand for tomorrow. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami assures all arrangements in place to take care of any emergency situation. In Jammu and Kashmir, 2 non-local labourers shot dead by terrorists in Kulgam district. Over 97 crore 65 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered in the country so far. National recovery rate stands at 98.10%. 157 new medical colleges approved by the centre since 2014. Over 4 crore unorganized workers registered on e-Shram portal, says Labour and Employment Minister Bhupendra Yadav. Government says prices of onion, tomato and potato cheaper than last year. 5-day Naval Commanders Conference to discuss important maritime matters to begin in New Delhi tomorrow. And in cricket, Men's T20 World Cup kicks off with qualifiers in Oman. Super 12 stage to begin from the 23rd of October in UAE. As India is on the verge of vaccinating 100 crore people against COVID-19, All India Radio salutes all the doctors, nurses and others who made this possible. At the same time, we caution our listeners that the battle against COVID is not yet over. We appeal to our listeners to get fully vaccinated at the earliest and also help others get vaccinated. During the festival season, please follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, and focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan today and discussed the situation in the wake of heavy rain and landslide in the state. In a series of tweets, the Prime Minister said it is saddening that some people have lost their lives due to heavy rain and landslides in Kerala. He expressed condolence to the bereaved families. The Prime Minister said authorities are working on the ground to assist the injured and the affected people. He prayed for everyone's safety and well-being. Earlier in the day, Union Home Minister Amit Shah said that his ministry is continuously monitoring the situation in parts of Kerala. In a tweet, Mr. Shah said that the central government will provide all possible support to help people in need. Mr. Shah informed that the National Disaster Response Force (NDRF) teams have already been sent to assist the rescue operations in the state. Meanwhile, death toll in Kerala in rain-related incidents has risen to 23. Talking to AIR News, Inspector General in the National Disaster Response Force, Amrendra Kumar Sengar, said that 13 lives are lost in Kottayam district, while 9 died in Idukki district in rain-related incidents. He said 1 person died when he was swept away at Nelikkono near Thiruvananthapuram.
23 व्यक्ति जान गंवा चुके हैं। कोटायम में 13, इडुक्की में 9 और 1 व्यक्ति कोझिकोड में 2 व्यक्ति अभी भी मिसिंग है। हमें उम्मीद है कि 18 अक्टूबर से राज्य के सभी जिलों में मौसम साफ रहने की संभावना है, तो आगे स्थिति में सुधार होना चाहिए। फिलहाल राहत एवं बचाव कार्य पूरी तेजी के साथ चल रहा है और विभिन्न जिलों में हम लोगों ने काफी संख्या में लोगों को इवैक्यूएट किया है और रेस्क्यू किया है।
The authorities have called off the search operations at Kottakkal as the mortal remains of all those reported missing were recovered. As intermittent rain continues in parts of Kerala and with many catchment areas receiving copious downpour, a red alert is in place in 10 dams across the state. These dams have either crossed or reached close to the full reservoir level. The India Meteorological Department (IMD) has issued red alert for heavy rain in Uttarakhand for tomorrow. Intermittent light to moderate rain is being experienced in most part of the state, including the state capital Dehradun, since this morning. The Met Department has forecast heavy to very heavy rain at isolated places of the state till the 19th of this month. The Weather Department has also issued a red alert warning of heavy to very heavy rain at isolated places of Dehradun, Tehri, Almora, Pauri, Haridwar, Champawat and Nainital tomorrow. Talking to AIR News, Director General of IMD, M. Mohapatra said light to moderate rainfall today lashed various parts of the national capital.
We are expecting isolated heavy rainfall over Kerala on 17th and light to moderate rainfall on 18th. The other low pressure area which caused the north coastal Andhra Pradesh and adjoining Odisha is less centered over Telangana and adjoining Vidarbha, and this is moving towards north-northwest. At the same time, a western disturbance is located over Pakistan and adjoining Afghanistan. It is also moving eastward across northwest India. These western disturbance and the low pressure area over Telangana and adjoining Vidarbha are interacting with each other, and as a result, there is rainfall activity on 17th over northwest India. This rainfall activity over northwest India will continue on 18th and 19th, especially over Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, UP, and adjoining areas of MP. And gradually, this will shift towards the east, and there will be activity 18th to 20th over East UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal and Sikkim.
In view of the weather warning, the Uttarakhand government has directed all district administrations to remain on alert mode. In wake of heavy rains, a holiday has been declared for tomorrow in government and non-government schools including Dehradun, Nainital, Chamoli and Haridwar besides other districts. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami has assured that all arrangements are in place to take care of any emergency situation. Many parts of Maharashtra are also witnessing incessant rain since last night. AIR correspondent reports that incessant rainfall is being experienced in several districts including Nanded, Jalna, Wasim, Hingoli, Dhule, Parbhani, Jalgaon and Yavatmal. Heavy rainfall also resulted in flash flooding in many areas. Soybean and cotton crops in Hingoli and Wasim districts have been severely affected. The floods have closed Sarabkhed, Dop and Karda Gobhani district highways. Due to this, 40 villages in Risod and Washim talukas along the Panganga river are on high alert. In Yavatmal district, 3 persons were killed in rain-related incidents. In Jalgaon district, the water level of the reservoir is increasing due to incessant rain in the Wagor Dam area.
In Jammu and Kashmir, terrorists shot down 2 non-local labourers and injured another at Vanpur area in Kulgam district this evening. The area has been cordoned off by security forces and a massive manhunt was launched to nab the assailants. Details are awaited. The attack comes a day after 2 non-locals, one a street vendor selling Golgappa in Eidgah area of Srinagar city and a carpenter in Littar village in Pulwama district were brutally killed by terrorists. Over 97 crore 65 lakh vaccination doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Union Health Ministry said more than 41 lakh 20,000 doses were administered in the previous 24 hours. A total of 14,146 new cases were reported in the last 24 hours, which is the lowest in 229 days. The national recovery rate is currently at 98.10%, which is the highest since March of last year. With over 19,700 recoveries in the last 24 hours, total recoveries in the country has risen to over 3 crore 34 lakh. Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri and Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia launched the anthem on India's COVID-19 vaccination yesterday. The song has been sung by eminent singer Kailash. Speaking on the occasion, Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia said the government will soon be able to administer 100 crore vaccination doses. The minister said transporting the vaccine from one place to another was a big challenge, and this was made possible by everyone's efforts.
Over 101.7 crore vaccine doses of COVID-19 have been provided to states and union territories so far. These vaccines have been given by the central government through free-of-cost channel and direct state procurement category. The Health Minister said more than 10 crore 42 lakh balance and unutilized COVID vaccine doses are still available with the states and the union territories. The Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has informed that the Bharatiya Janata Party-led central government has given nod to as many as 157 new medical colleges in India since 2014 and spent a total of 17,691.08 crore rupees on them. The Union Health Ministry's response to a new Right to Information Act query mentioned that these medical institutes were approved under a centrally sponsored scheme CSS. Furthermore, the ministry said that under the CSS since 2014, about 2,451.1 crore rupees has been given for the upgradation of existing state government or central government medical colleges to increase MBBS seats in the country.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi talks to Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan following heavy rain and landslide in state, says authorities working on ground to assist affected people. Death toll in rain-related incidents in Kerala reaches 23. IMD issues red alert for heavy rain in Uttarakhand for tomorrow. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami assures all arrangements in place to take care of any emergency situation. In Jammu and Kashmir, 2 non-local labourers shot dead by terrorists in Kulgam district. Over 97 crore 65 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered in the country so far. National recovery rate stands at 98.10%. 157 new medical colleges approved by the centre since 2014. Over 4 crore unorganized workers registered on e-Shram portal, says Labour and Employment Minister Bhupendra Yadav. Government says prices of onions, tomatoes and potatoes cheaper than last year. 5-day Naval Commanders Conference to discuss important maritime matters to begin in New Delhi tomorrow. And in cricket, Men's T20 World Cup kicks off with qualifiers in Oman. Super 12 stage to begin from the 23rd of October in UAE. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मात नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मात नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Welcome back. You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. Union Minister for Labour and Employment Bhupendra Yadav has said that more than 4 crore unorganized workers have registered on e-Shram portal, which is the country's first national database on unorganized workers. Sharing the information in a tweet, Mr. Yadav said that by registering, the unorganized workers will be able to get the benefits of government schemes easily. Of the total registered workers, around 50% beneficiaries are female and 49.98% are male. The states like Odisha, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Madhya Pradesh are at the forefront with the highest number of registrations on the e-Shram portal launched by the Labour Ministry. The largest number of workers registered is from agriculture and construction, given the sheer volume of these two sectors in employment generation in India. For online registrations, individual workers can use e-Shram's mobile application or the website. They can also visit the Common Services Centre, CSC, State Seva Kendra, Labour Facilitation Centres, selected post offices of the Department of Posts, Digital Seva Kendras to register themselves on this portal. The government today said that the prices of onion, tomato and potato are cheaper than last year. It also said onion prices are being stabilized with buffer stock release and efforts are on to soften tomato and potato rates. Onion stocks are being released in the market on the first in, first out basis in a calibrated manner from the last week of August in a bid to moderate prices and ensure minimum storage loss. As a result of this, the retail onion price was ruling in the range of 42 to 57 rupees per kg in metro cities on the 14th of this month. The all India average retail price of onion was ruling at 37 rupees 6 paise per kilogram, while the average wholesale rate was 30 rupees per kilogram on October 14th. In a statement, the Food and Consumer Affairs Ministry said buffer stock of onion is being released in states where prices rule above all India average and also where prices are rising over the previous month. Besides releasing onions in the market, the ministry has offered onions from the buffer at 21 rupees per kg to all states and union territories for lifting from the storage locations.
World Bank President David Malpass met Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman at Washington in the United States and discussed India's efforts on climate change action. In a statement, the World Bank said they have emphasized the need for scaling up climate finance for impactful projects in line with nationally determined contributions and development goals. Mr. Malpass also reaffirmed the international financial institutions' strong commitment to India across all World Bank Group entities, including the International Finance Corporation and the Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency. Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia flagged off SpiceJet's inaugural flight from Delhi to Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh. Known as the abode of Lord Venkateshwara, popularly called Balaji, the town of Tirupati is famous for its temples. Sri Venkateshwara Temple sits atop one of the 7 peaks of Tirumala Hills at an elevation of 860 meters approximately. With the launch of these flights, passengers from Tirupati can conveniently travel to a host of other cities, both on SpiceJet's domestic as well as international network through Delhi.
The second edition of Naval Commanders Conference of 2021 will be held in New Delhi from tomorrow till the 22nd of this month. The 5-day conference serves as a platform for naval commanders to discuss important maritime matters at the military strategic level. During the biannual meeting, Navy's top commanders will discuss the force's operational, logistical and material preparedness and future plans. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat and Navy Chief Admiral Karambir Singh will address the Navy commanders along with the Chiefs of the Army and the Air Force. Uttar Pradesh will get 7 new medical colleges this month. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate these medical colleges during his visit to Siddharthnagar on the 25th of October. Addressing media persons in Siddharthnagar, Chief Minister said that the National Medical Commission has given its approval to 7 newly constructed medical colleges. The 7 districts to get medical colleges are Siddharthnagar, Etah, Hardoi, Ghazipur, Mirzapur, Deoria and Pratapgarh.
In Uttar Pradesh, BJP leader Nitin Agarwal today filed his nomination for the post of Deputy Speaker of the State Assembly in the presence of Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath in Lucknow. The Uttar Pradesh Assembly will elect its Deputy Speaker tomorrow in a specially convened one-day session. The contest appears to have become inevitable for the election of the Deputy Speaker, with the Samajwadi Party candidate Narendra Singh filing his nomination for the post as well. Samajwadi Party SP decided to challenge the BJP nominee Nitin Agarwal. Mr. Agarwal, who technically continues to be an SP MLA, had joined the BJP with his father and former MP Naresh Agarwal in 2018. Speaker Hriday Narayan Dikshit had recently rejected the SP's petition seeking disqualification of Nitin Agarwal. So the contest will be between 2 MLAs of Samajwadi Party. BJP national office bearers will meet tomorrow at the party headquarters in New Delhi. Party President J.P. Nadda has called the meeting of all the national office bearers after announcing his working committee. This committee includes senior leaders like Lal Krishna Advani and Murli Manohar Joshi. For the first time in the COVID-19 period, the meeting of the expanded office bearers has been called by Party President J.P. Nadda.
As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events are being organized by the government as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News, Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
On 17th October in 1940, the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, had chosen Acharya Vinoba Bhave as the first satyagrahi to start individual satyagraha. It is said that if Mahatma Gandhi's political guru was Gopal Krishna Gokhale, then his spiritual disciple was Acharya Vinoba Bhave.
The movement of individual satyagraha was launched by Gandhiji as a protest against the British colonial government forcing India into the Second World War without the consent of the Indian people. By May 15, 1941, 25,000 satyagrahis had courted arrest and demonstrated the commitment of the people towards the freedom movement.
Acharya Vinoba Bhave went to jail for individual satyagraha and the Quit India movement. During his period in jail, Acharya Vinoba read and wrote a lot and wrote 3 major books: Swaraj Shastra, Sthit Pragya Darshan and Isha Vasyavrit. He was released from jail on July 9, 1945 and returned to Pavanar in Maharashtra and continued working there under directions of Gandhiji.
Independent India had seen the sacrifice of Bapu and the division of the country. Acharya Vinoba Bhave reached Delhi and started the resettlement of Mav Muslims of Rajasthan.
The first meeting of Mahatma Gandhi and Vinoba Bhave on 7 June 1916 has its own simplicity. On that day, Vinoba reached Mahatma Gandhi's Kosharab ashram in Ahmedabad, and when the two met for the first time, they realized that there was an eternal bond between them. This bond continued throughout Vinoba Bhave's life as he stayed true to Gandhian philosophy forever.
His most important contribution was redistribution of land among sharecroppers under Bhudan movement through a change of heart of big landowners, which was among Mahatma Gandhi's core beliefs. He also raised awareness about the negative effects of alcoholism.
भारतीय लोकमत, भारतीय संस्कृति, भारतीय हवा, ये तीनों शराब के लिए प्रतिकूल है। शराब में हानियां बहुत है। जहाँ तक गरीब जनता का सवाल है, वहाँ तक अगर हम शराब को नहीं हटाएंगे तो गरीबी हटेगी नहीं, गरीबों का अत्यंत नुकसान होगा।
With his footing firmly on ground realities, Acharya Vinoba Bhave thought about peaceful revolution of Bhutan.
Talking exclusively to All India Radio, eminent Gandhian Damayanti Pani, Secretary, Madhya Pradesh Gandhi Smarak Nidhi, Chhattarpur, talked about the philosophy of Bhudan and Acharya Vinoba Bhave's role in it.
विनोबा जी का भूदान यज्ञ वसुधैव कुटुंब का जीवंत उदाहरण है। विनोबा जी भूदान यज्ञ में कहते हैं, जब समुद्र लांग नहीं सकते, आकाश को बांट नहीं सकते, सूर्य व चंद्रमा को छू नहीं सकते, तो पृथ्वी भूमि को कैसे बांट सकते हैं? उस जमीन पर पृथ्वी पर रहने वाले सभी प्राणियों का बराबर का हक है। विनोबा भावे ने 7 मार्च 1951 को सेवाग्राम आश्रम छोड़ दिया और अगले 13 वर्ष और 1 महीने में उन्होंने 43,000 मील पैदल यात्रा की। 6 अप्रैल 1964 को वे सेवाग्राम पहुंचे। देश के 5,50,000 गाँव में से 1,60,000 गाँव ने ग्रामदान किया। भूदान आंदोलन को 50 लाख एकड़ जमीन मिली और उसमें से 13 लाख एकड़ जमीन वितरित कर दी गई। सर्वे भूमि गोपाल की। इस तरीके से उन्होंने जय हिंद की जगह जय जगत का उद्घोष किया।
The grandson of English poet Lord Alfred Tennyson, Hallam Tennyson, who was with Acharya Vinoba during his Padyatra, says in his book The Saint on the March,
even in saints, there is a tiny bit of possessiveness, pride due to the sacrifices they had made. But Vinoba never allowed any of these to affect him, and he never told anyone to emulate him.
All India Radio salutes the Padyatri saint who remained committed to Gandhian philosophy and cause of landless peasants throughout his life. That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
To commemorate the occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav as a Jan Utsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The quiz is being conducted every Monday and Tuesday in the morning news. The announcement of the name of the winner will be made the next day in the morning news. The winner will be awarded an e-certificate and a token prize.
आजादी के आंदोलन के खजाने में ऐसे ढेरों शब्द जिन्होंने बदल दिए इतिहास। तारीख बदलने वाले लफ्जों पर आकाशवाणी समाचार ला रहा है विशेष कार्यक्रम धरोहर हर सोमवार।
Delhi Metro Rail Corporation DMRC has introduced the facility of free high-speed Wi-Fi service at all metro stations of its Yellow Line section from Huda City Centre to Samaipur Bagli. This service, coinciding with the start of festival season, is launched on this section, which consists of 37 metro stations and runs mostly underground. Passengers will be able to use the internet by simply logging into the network ID OUI DMRC Free Wi-Fi. The free high-speed Wi-Fi connectivity is already available on all the metro stations of the Blue Line and the Airport Express Line.
In cricket, the Men's T20 World Cup began in Oman today with qualifiers. The matches of the tournament are being played across 4 venues in the United Arab Emirates and Oman. In the opening match of the group stage, co-hosts Oman defeated Papua New Guinea by 10 wickets at Al Amirat Stadium in Muscat. Chasing the victory target of 130 runs, Oman overhauled the score in 13.4 overs with 38 balls to spare. Earlier put into bat, Papua New Guinea posted 129 for 9 in the stipulated 20 overs. The second group match between Scotland and Bangladesh is being played at the same venue. Put into bat by Bangladesh, Scotland were 96 for 6 in 16 overs when reports last came in. The Men's T20 World Cup was earlier scheduled to be held in India but was shifted to the United Arab Emirates and Oman. The Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, remains the host of the event. The UAE will host the Super 12 stage and the knockout games at 3 venues in Dubai, Sharjah and Abu Dhabi, while Oman will host the Super 12 qualifier matches. The top 4 teams from the qualifiers will join India, West Indies, Australia, South Africa, Pakistan, Afghanistan, England and New Zealand for the Super 12 stage, which will begin from the 23rd of this month. Before the start of Super 12s, the 8 top teams which are qualified for the main event will play 2 warm-up matches each. India will play 2 warm-up games ahead of its titanic clash against arch rivals Pakistan on the 24th of October at Dubai. The men in blue will play their first warm-up game against England on the 18th of October, which will begin at 7:30 p.m. Indian time at Dubai International Stadium. India's second practice match will be against Australia on the 20th of this month at the same venue at 3:30 p.m.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Temperature will vary between 21 and 30 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have partly cloudy sky, while Chennai is expected to have generally cloudy sky. Kolkata will have generally cloudy sky with heavy rain. Srinagar will have partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. In Jammu, minimum temperature will be 20 degrees while the maximum will be around 32 degrees. Leh and Gilgit is likely to witness generally cloudy sky with light rain. Muzaffarabad will have mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards evening or night. Most of the northeastern cities including Guwahati, Imphal, Shillong, Aizawl, Kohima, Itanagar and Gangtok will have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Visakhapatnam will observe a minimum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius and a maximum of around 33 degrees. In Thiruvananthapuram, the minimum temperature will be 25 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be around 32 degrees. In Bengaluru, we'll have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi talks to Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan following heavy rain and landslide in the state, says authorities working on ground to assist affected people. Death toll in rain-related incidents in Kerala reaches 23. IMD issues red alert for heavy rain in Uttarakhand for tomorrow. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami assures all arrangements in place to take care of any emergency situation. In Jammu and Kashmir, 2 non-local labourers shot dead by terrorists in Kulgam district. Over 97 crore 65 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine administered in the country so far. National recovery rate stands at 98.10%. 157 new medical colleges approved by the centre since 2014. Over 4 crore unorganized workers registered on e-Shram portal, says Labour and Employment Minister Bhupendra Yadav. Government says prices of onion, tomato and potato cheaper than last year. 5-day Naval Commanders Conference to discuss important maritime matters to begin in New Delhi tomorrow. And in cricket, the Men's T20 World Cup kicks off with qualifiers in Oman, Super 12 stage to begin from the 23rd of October in UAE. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.